Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of The Real Get To Da Choppa. I'm your host Andy Godoy and I'm back again with another one of these fan commentaries. And today's film that I will be doing a commentary on is The Matrix. Now I've got like a little bit of a story to tell during the film. Once I press play, I'll start talking about my memories of it, how I didn't quite like it or get it when I first watched it. But a little bit more about that at some other point then. So shout out, Sam. So I want to give a big special shout out to my good friend Damien Says, who came round a few weeks ago. I had an absolute blast, hoping to get him round again in another week or so we can do planes, trains and automobiles. And then also try and get him to do Die Hard as well because it'll be very Christmassy and I need to do a Christmas style podcast in December. Now, don't forget, guys, I will be doing other sort of regular podcasts. It's just like, at the moment, all I really want to do is watch a film. And if I'm watching a film, why not record myself doing some fan commentary? Whereas like regular podcast, I find it's very hard if I add any audio. It seems to get pulled by Spotify. The bots don't like any sort of music which isn't my own creation really, so it's kind of tough, but I'll figure out a way to get around it. I've still got the 1980s arcades episode which I still need to upload at some point. Also, big shout out to Luke Hayes Payne, who has always been a big supporter of the podcast. Thanks for all the messages. And also big special shout out to James Birch, who also messages me all the time. A big shout out to all the people at Get To Da Choppa. Really love that community, and if you guys haven't joined the community, check it out. It's on Facebook called Get To Da Choppa, and you'll see it because it will say The Real Get To Da Choppa on the logo. And with that then, let's get ready to press play on this thing here. So 3, 2, 1, press play. Right, so here we go. Got my drink in hand. Looking forward to this. My daughter's out and about playing a sort of football with a team. Gives me some time to record this. She'll be away for a couple of hours, so should be able to do this with no interruptions. It's all right. The copyright thing's popped away. It's black screen now. Oh, a bit of the green tint here. Warner Pictures. Let me crank up the volume a little bit so I can hear a bit more. Now, my journey with The Matrix is that my issue was I didn't always go cinema all the time. You know, I had life, I had work and whatever else. And what it was, I love the numbers scrolling down the screens there. Phenomenal. I remember when everyone had that as a screensaver. So I'd seen a film called Dark City, which came around the same sort of time. And I thought that was brilliant. And then whispers started going around about you should check this film out. She does. But yeah, anyway, so then my friend said, oh, I've got this on pirate. So the thing about pirate videos back then, they were really crap. They weren't really great. And I watched it and I just thought, it's all right. Not as good as Dark City. Now, I didn't actually get into this film because I've never seen it in the cinema until I was working at Blockbuster Video and we were renting and I got free rentals and I thought, you know what, give it a go. And that's when I really started to appreciate it. But since then, I've realized that the color grading has been off in all the DVD, especially the Blu-ray. And now this is closer to what we got in the cinema, the color grading. Yeah, I know it's got quite a lot of bit of a green tint, but I think they overdid it in the Blu-ray. And for a while, the Blu-ray was the version I watched the most. The DVD, I think, was slightly truer to the cinema than the Blu-ray was. And then for years, people thought that the film was just all tinted green. It's not. It has got some earthy tones to it as well. and the green is more subtle. Hugo Weaving's fantastic. Before this, I'd seen him in Priscilla, Queen of the Desert. Oh, look at that butt. I'm talking about hers, not his. I love it. And obviously, this has been parodied in so many things. Like even Shrek did it with a princess. X-Men copied this sort of style. This influenced so much out there. The Wachowski brothers, now the Wachowski sisters, obviously influenced by a lot of the Hong Kong sort of like films with their style of sort of like things, and anime I should say. It's their love for that they brought this film out. So stylized, so brilliant. And I've got to admit, they've struggled to top how amazing this was. So who's this? Carrie-Anne Moss, I believe. Can't really remember what else she's been in. But Hugo Weaving, I love him in absolutely everything he does. I think he's underrated in the remake of The Wolfman with Benicio del Toro. Plays a really good cop in that. Man, I love this. Like proper roof jumps. And again, seeing this back in the time, it's like, wow. It felt like a video game. It felt like an anime. It made things cool. And I don't think anime was full on acceptable, you know, as it is now. But back then it was like, you know, if you had seen this, you'd be like, yeah, you can tell the influence. That superhero landing on the knees. That hurts me just watching it because after having my knee operation. But yeah, this really set a trend look-wise for films, the way it was shot, bullet time, even the way characters dress, you know, there was that whole sort of like PVC leathery type scene. Now this, I've got to admit, I've seen on my old projector, which was a 1080p, cheap 1080p projector. Don't think it was true 1080p anyway. I saw the Blu-ray version. I knew it looked all right, but this is my first time watching this on 4K. And that's the version I forgot to mention. I'm watching the standard 4K version. Wow. Again, I feel like the sequels were too over the top. Now, I know it's good to have a slightly more over the top film, you know, Aliens, T2, but I think the Wachowskis went a little bit too into the anime thing, which lost like the mainstream action type film. But yeah, there's people out there that believe that we actually live in a real life matrix, the simulation theory. Got to admit, this looks really good in 4K. Beautiful. Like I said, it's not overly greenified, if that's the word, where everything's just so green. And that was the main issue with the Blu-ray. DVD was a little bit sort of like duller. This has got more depth and thing to it. You can see more skin tones, obviously. But on this, on the Blu-ray, like it was different tone altogether. So yeah, this one, big shout out to Luke Hayes Payne, who suggested I do this film. The Matrix has you, ... It's a good thing I'm not Neo. I'm a bit lazy. I'd be like, yeah, maybe tomorrow. Not in the mood today. I don't know if I'd want to come out the Matrix, really. If I'm in the Matrix, you know, my life's pretty good. And sometimes I'm just happy living within my own little bubble. Don't think I could be a hero. Right, so yeah, the girl on the right-hand side, I remember her from Heartbreak High and Home and Away. Quite a few Australian actors in this, actually. Oh, she's quite fancy. I can't remember what her name was in Heartbreak High, but she played one of the cousins of the main family. Hmm. The White Rabbit. Oh, it's this white zombie playing. Kind of reminds me of the Electric Ballroom that I used to go to in London. Really cool memories of actually going to the Electric Ballroom every Friday night. This is what I love about this film. It does ask sort of questions about life, about why we're here, who we are, what's our purpose, and it is interesting. Good old days of having alarms. I've never actually worked in a place where I've had to wear a full-on suit before. Had to wear uniforms, but never suit and tie. I think I've had a problem with authority. Like, I'm a pretty chilled out dude, but like I don't really like to be talked down to. But saying that though, the older I get, the more mellow I am. What I like about this film as well, even though it's 4K, it's still got quite a bit of film grain as well, which again gives it that cinematic look. Oh, these old phones. These were the rage at one point. My cousin actually had one of those phones. What's he doing? Very Metal Gear Solid type like. I remember there was a game, Enter the Matrix, which I think I quite enjoyed. But yeah, the Matrix obviously influenced so much in video games as well. Loads of parts from Resident Evil became like the Matrix. And bullet time was everywhere, like the Resident Evil films as well. Even to this day, they used it in the X-Men films, pretty much everywhere, bullet time. Or whatever they call it nowadays. And I feel like, you know, like Keanu Reeves had some big roles before, but this was the one that took him to the next level. I think before this, I don't know if Speed was before this, but obviously before that you had Point Break, which was another pretty big film. Yeah, I think he had a few other ones like Chain Reaction and just a few other ones like Bill and Ted, obviously. He starred in Dracula as well. And I think he actually acts in this film. It feels like it suits his range. I wouldn't say he's got the most range. I mean, he's brilliant in John Wick films, but that's a certain role in this. Like, you know, that looks like genuine fear. Some nice CRTs. I love the way this is shot. It's shot really well. The angles. Honestly, I would say this is like a masterclass of the way filming. And I think the problem with the sequels are just because you can do something doesn't mean you should. It's okay to take risks, but I think they just tried to do too much, and I don't think the tech was there, and they didn't need to go that big. His accent, I can never quite place it. I do wonder how these hackers get the nicknames. Please answer in the comment if you guys listen to this. What would your hacker name be? His daughter's a really good actress as well. Hugo Weaving, Samantha Weaving. Sure, she was in Bill and Ted's, playing one of the daughters. Yeah, admittedly, it looks a little bit not as good as it did back then when I first watched it. But you know what? Again, it's a film of its era, broke new ground rules and everything, like special effects wise and everything. Yeah, I forgot to rate the last couple of films I did. So, Waterworld, I think I would give that like a 2.5. Oh, I think I did rate it. And Creed, I forgot to rate Creed out of 5. I'll give Creed a solid 3.5 because it's good. And I must remember to rate this towards the end. It's like not every film will get a 5. You know, good films, really good films will get a 4, but just exceptional films will get a 5. So far, I think the only film that I've given a 5 to is The Thing since I've been doing this lot. You know, I think RoboCop got a 4. It's so crazy you live in a world where kids nowadays wouldn't even know how to use a phone like that. Lawrence Fishburne, and this is really good. Wow, that looks spectacular in 4K. The water pouring down, the lights, the rain. I've got to admit, it's a really good looking film. There's no doubt about it. Beautiful shot, beautiful, absolutely stunning. That's one of the things that I love. 4K. Ideally, in the perfect world, if I had the cash, I'd buy all the 4K films out there. But truth be told, I haven't got that cash. But not all films need a 4K upscale, because certain ones just haven't been upscaled properly. Or certain films, you know what? I just think, do I really need to buy it in 4K? So I'm only getting 4K films or films that I really want. Like eventually I want to do the Back to the Futures. I got them on Blu-ray. I've got Indiana Jones on Blu-ray. I want to upscale that. I want to get the 4K of that. It's a big difference when a film has been sort of done with the love it deserves. Jaws, 4K, phenomenal. But yeah, films I've got planned, Blades, Die Hard, Gremlins. I've got Die Hard on 4K. I'm not sure about Gremlins yet. I've got that on Blu-ray. I need to research to see if it's worth the upscale or not. Oh, that reminds me, I've got to get my injection done. I've got to be having some blood thinners, because after my operation, there's like a chance of blood clotting. So once I finish recording this, I've got to go and get my blood thinner, where I've got to inject myself. Well, I can't seem to inject myself. I've got to get my wife to inject me in my stomach. Again, love the angles. Very video game orientated as well. How do those glasses stay on? He almost looks like a Cenobite from Hellraiser. Other good films I do really recommend, which I don't think are out in 4K yet. Existence, a Dave Cronenberg film. Again, beautiful shot. Just the two of them with the glass of water just in the middle. That was really good. I've got to admit, if I was the Foley guy doing the sound dubbing on this, I would have just done lots of sort of like leather versus leather rubbing on the sofa, sort of fart type noises. I would have gone to town with that. They would have had to sort of like say to me, it's like, lay back on it. There's hardly any squeaking like leather on leather. You know, like if you sit on a leather seat and you wear something that's rubs up against it, it does make a weird sound. What has he got there? Oh yeah, it's a little pill box. For whatever reason, I thought it was like a Zippo lighter. Again, good scene there. I'll take the blue pill. I don't like change, you see. I do wonder if he actually did have a choice, whether it was just both the same pill but just different colours. Oh, a little PVM. I've got a little PVM monitor like that, Sony PVM, and a JVC one as well. Lots of little metaphors to sort of like Alice in Wonderland, The Wizard of Oz, you know, stories where different worlds, different fantasy lands are out there. Nice. I don't, but I've got lucid dreams where I can actually control my dreams. I can actually dream whatever I want to dream if I so choose to, and I can control it and I can take it in the direction, which is quite fun actually. That does not look nice at all. Tell you what, it looks spectacular actually in 4K. Again, the goo, the lights, the slime. I'm not quite sure, but how is it they just can't disconnect everyone one by one now he's there? Maybe I've missed that part of the story beat where they literally could just unplug everyone, or do they have to want to come out? Otherwise, wow. Quite horrifying. It's like, I suppose it's like waking up from nightmare. You know you're on your way out. Kind of looks like a Freddy Krueger nightmare dream. Another thing that I do recommend that everyone watches, The Animatrix. You know, I find some of the episodes on that very hit and miss, but overall, great DVD. Should definitely be out on 4K or even Blu-ray. I'll be happy enough for that. That must have blown everyone's mind back in the day. What's that? Muscle stimulation to help his muscles rehab. It's like what I need to do with my leg, actually. I'm not allowed to weight bear for 6 weeks. I'm on 2 weeks without using my right leg. So I've got to wiggle it and jiggle my toes. But I know my leg's going to sort of not be as big as the other leg. And I'm using my other leg mostly going upstairs, downstairs and getting along. Hopefully my physio won't be that intense. It's got to be some time because his hair's grown back, so have his eyebrows. But no stubble. They must have been shaving him. So it all seems quite clean shaven. I wouldn't be so keen to pull things out like that. I'd be like, ouch, no. It kind of feels like he's in an old style sort of World War II submarine. I don't know if they really answer it, but which year are they actually in? Oh, here we go. Wow. He was also on Home and Away. It's so weird watching this in 4K. It's like I'm watching it again for the first time. It's like a hack. Like a, it's like a game genie. Little avatars. That's why I feel like the fourth Matrix was a little bit underwhelming. Especially with everything going on with AI and how much we use it for absolutely everything. Kind of feels like it was like a sequel to Terminator in a weird way. Could have done, but I'm glad it's not. A Duracell battery. That guy there kind of reminds me of Ving Rhames' character from the remake of Dawn of the Dead. His hair's grown even more, but his stubble really hasn't. A lot of pressure to put on the guy. I do think it needs like an 80s Rocky style music style montage. I'm sure someone's done it on YouTube. I bet, yeah. I think Zion, do we see it in the second film where everyone's having a massive rave? Trying to think what else that guy's been in. Is he an Australian actor? I don't think he was in the second film. Learning all these different Kempo, Taekwondo, drunken boxing, ballroom dancing, paso doble, the tango, every skill that you all need. I'd throw in some cooking recipes. Again, like the game Genie, like with Super Mario. You can make them float around or fly around, depending on the code you've got given. I love this. This is so good. And the fact that they did all this training. The music is amazing as well. Lawrence Fishburne kicks ass in this. It's a good thing he bloody moved out the way, because that looked like it would have been painful. I think Keanu Reeves does study jiu-jitsu in real life. So does Jason Momoa. Interestingly enough, though, the guy that plays Al Bundy in Married with Children is like a black belt, I think, or a certain sort of thing, like the highest you can be in jiu-jitsu. It's like that meme where you find out Al Bundy could beat up, Neo and, John Wick and Aquaman in a fight. Ouch. He didn't say stronger. He just said faster. Oh, my cat's here. Come on, cat. Apologies if you hear purring and a meow. It's the cat, not me. Martial art is amazing. Didn't Bruce Lee say that? Says something similar to that in Enter the Dragon. I can't wait. I need to do a martial art film. Maybe Enter the Dragon. Damn. Wow. Love it. What? So Keanu Reeves. Don't think that was in the scripts. It's just Keanu Reeves saying whoa. I think what else Carrie Ann Moss been in recently? Wasn't she in one of the Marvel TV shows? Love this scene and the music. I might be old school and add that screensaver to my laptop again. Or even get one for my phone. Go old school. Mm. Special effects have aged all right, to be honest with you. That was pretty good. But I suppose it was done in the right lighting, the right sort of like darkness where it looked good. That's the one I would have gone for. Said I don't like change. Sounds like good advice. Yeah, as soon as I finish what I will be doing then, guys, is adding that screensaver to my phone and to my laptop. And also be working on the cover art for the film. For the Spotify. Oh, that looks good. Love a good steak. I really do. I feel I can't disagree. What the hell is it? Perv. Great soundtrack. I'm not sure if I will end up doing the commentaries for the sequels. Maybe somewhere down the line. I don't think they're available in 4K. If I can get them cheap on Blu-ray, maybe I might do. If anyone really wants me to do them, I probably will do. Do we find out what the Oracle told her? I can't remember. It's been, like I said, I watched the Blu-ray this maybe a couple of years back. But even then, I just couldn't get into the Blu-ray for whatever reason. Just didn't feel right. And maybe the projector I had wasn't that great. Like I said, it was advertised as a 1080p projector, but I don't think it really was. Yeah, my cat's just there. Try to sort of like push the microphone over. She does things like this when she wants attention. There's so many films that I do want to do commentary on, honestly. I feel like I will do loads more commentaries because I love films. Watching films is probably my favourite thing to do. You know, like I've said it before, that and games and then music. What happened to these potentials afterwards? Another Australian actor. Hmm. Yeah, currently on 1 hour 18:25 seconds. As much as I like The Matrix, I don't remember much of it really. Mm-hmm. Oh, I fancy cookies. My wife started a cookie business, so I think once I finish recording this, I'm going to have a cookie. I'm going to take control of my life. Or am I in the Matrix? Is my wife in control of my life? Just go with the flow. Love his Matrix, Ty. How does he keep those bloody glasses on? The woman in red. I do wonder why they all pretty much wear black and she just wears white. Sorry about this, guys. Got to try and get rid of my cat. My cat's hovering around, trying to get attention. If you hear some banging there, I'm just trying to scare it off. Because otherwise it will climb onto my mixer and press buttons. That wasn't my cat. That was the cat on the TV. Oh, I get deja vu all the time. I mean, to be fair, what was he shooting at? He was shooting towards the air. Yeah, I wouldn't be doing too good there. Can't they all be trained up to be like expert climbers? Love that. Yeah, that looks like it hurts. They should have just done that in the first place. That definitely has to sting a bit. So many games were influenced by the Matrix. I know there was Enter the Matrix, but the games like Max Payne with the bullet time, like the slow motion jumping. Ouch. Love that. Oh, that bit had to hurt. Again, they've got some wire work there, but again, fits the purpose of the scene, of what they're doing within this Matrix thing. Damn. It's crazy how much I've forgotten about this film for a film that I know I've watched a number of times, but I think I must have watched it loads on DVD, like when I worked at Blockbuster and then maybe just watched it once or twice, but not completely. Ouch. Oh, Cypher's a perv. She is. Damn. I mean, with that mustache, you could tell he was a baddie. I was wondering. Oh, it's gone. Yeah. Huh. Nice. Nope. I'm sure there's another brother in the second film. I mean, the second film has got some really good moments as well, but it has got some really over-the-top stupid moments as well. And I don't remember too much about the third one, but the fourth one, I actually watched the fourth one in the cinema, and I had hope for it, but it just, I don't know if it made any sense at all. And the special effects, I feel like, were worse than the special effects we got here. I don't know why. No Agent Smith. Ouch. Interesting. I didn't realise how much that guy Tank is actually in this film. He's in it for quite some time, so I suppose that's why it was such a big deal that he's not in the second film. Hmm. It's really quite intense, actually, the mission he's got to go into. I'm really getting drawn into it. Interesting. I just don't get the fourth film. Honestly, guys, let me know what you think of the fourth Matrix films. Was it Revelations or Resurrection? Oh, God knows. I can't remember. Yeah, go to hell, Keanu. Just trying to imagine it loaded up like a ZX Spectrum. Oh, he's been battered and bruised. I like this speech. I remember this. He's got a point. Quite an interesting take on it there, really. Might as well go in completely overpowered. I don't know. This film really needed a sequel. The way it ends and the way it closes off leaves more to the imagination. Or maybe it needed some time to breathe, like kind of like the way Blade Runner did with Blade Runner 2049. I need to look up. I'm sure there was like an MTV parody of the rave at Zion where everyone's really sweating and someone's getting hit with like sweaty dreads. Well, here comes my cat again. Go away, cat. God, my cat's annoying. Oh, I love this scene. Apologies, I'm just coughing away. Yay. I remember watching the making of this film, and they showed like how this was done. Quite an impressive scene. Love the sound effects there. Here we go. Yeah, Max Payne really copied this quite a bit. Ooh, that had to hurt. Love the slow-mo of this, with everything flying. Like Albert Wesker is basically Neo, and I think it's at Resident Evil 5, where it's literally just like that. Same sort of hair, sort of fights like that in slow motion. I mean, they still look so immaculate that there's no like dust or anything on them, even though they've been in a major gunfight. Oh, my cat is back again. Go away, cat. Sorry, I'm just trying to scare my cat away because my cat will press buttons. She's quite smart. There's a nice little homage in the film Dog Soldiers, where there's a soldier called Witherspoon or something, and then when he dies, they say, "There is no spoon." Oh, I love it. Love the transformation, the way they can warp between people and stuff. Ooh, nice. Amazing. Love it. I would have snapped my spine Would have done my back in. Not that flexible. He's just got to graze. Oh, that'd be so brilliant. I'd love to just download programs like this via the Nintendo Game Genie to give me more skills. I just love, just even with like the rain effect, you know, like the water effect. Oh man, love it. With all that bullet shooting, I'm surprised no one's really been hit yet. Obviously, Keanu Reeves didn't download the program of the aiming program. He just got the shoot glass dramatically program. Taking a hit finally. After how many bullets did it take for him just to shoot someone? He needs to download that shooting program. This has probably got to be his greatest film. Lawrence Fishburne. Whoop. Very lucky. Come on, Trinity. Some quite good arm strength there. The fact that he's holding him. Quite a good looking stunt there. And that looks like it was actually her flying a helicopter there. Really well done. Now, I do think that this film does get the CGI with real life and sets perfectly, whereas I feel like the more modern Matrix film struggled with it. That's gonna hurt when she crashes into the wall. There's no real way of softening that blow, is there? You'd probably say no, not really. I love the way that this guy just speaks in riddles all the time. It'd be super annoying. Yeah, the Matrix 4 weren't the same without Hugo Weaving. I forgot what the guy's name is, but he played, Barney in How I Met Your Mother, and also, Doogie Howser. He was in there. He didn't do bad, but he weren't no Agent Smith, My cat is hovering, trying to press a button. So what I'm going to have to do is put a lid on my mixer to stop her from pressing buttons. But she's really quite manipulative, my cat. She'll knock things over if she doesn't get her attention. Come on, answer the bloody phone. Hello? Well, if she hadn't dragged it out, then he wouldn't be there. But I do like this bit. Neo's like, nah, I got the codes. I love that little meme that they've got online where he just keeps on hitting him in the throat. It's almost like a Western here where they finally meet. They really need to download the program where they can actually aim. Love that. Power, man. The training that these guys must have gone through to do this is incredible. You broke the guy's sunglasses. Some really solid hits, especially when they're blocking and stuff. Really meaty, very chunky, like that sounds really sore. That was a good little kick towards her. Love it. Come on, Neo, get up. I love it. Love that little kick. That bit, that punch. Oh, Jesus. Hmm. Nice. Just unstoppable, isn't he? Well, next time you're out there and someone nicks your phone, it could be a Neo trying to get himself out the Matrix. It's not just some guy stealing phones for the sake of it. Quite intense. Oh, that looked painful. Yeah, I realise I'm getting quite quiet in this, not talking as much as I normally do, because I'm really getting caught up in the action scenes of this film. It's really getting quite intense, so apologies about that, you know. But sometimes I feel like, you know, the film does speak for itself, and you don't need me to be telling you what is going on in a certain scene, you know. It's not like I directed it. Don't think I could even direct myself. Give myself directions, should I just say. But yeah, I think this film is just phenomenal. You know, it's a film of its era, really inspired like so many films, video games, and other forms of media with its futuristic, you know, like future of what the world is. And before I do forget, before the film does end up finishing, I am going to score it because I've got a feeling I might get distracted towards the end. I am going to give this film a 5 out of 5 film just for the impact it had on just everything. Like I said, on comics, films, animation, video games, and every sort of form of media, and fashion, and just everything. And it's a good looking film. It's solid. It's really well shot, directed. He looks really upset. I love the way he says Mr. Anderson. It's quite hilarious. Good laser there as well. Yeah, he can. A bit cliched, a bit, you know, lovey-dovey. Sparks flying, look. He's come to life. Love it. Powered up. I love it. That's phenomenal. Oh, I love that kick and that hold. That smugness as well. I might have to watch the second film because I know it, like here, he's like really now very super powered. That looked a little bit not great. But, you know, the character Neo is super powered here. So how does he not have this, or does he have this in the second film? I remember there being like an amazing scene on the highway with two twins But beyond that, I think the film just didn't make a lot of sense. Suppose this film does hit all the buttons, all the things. Got a bit of love, a bit of intrigue, a bit of mystery, a bit of everything. It does it really well, you know. But definitely I'd say this is like a 5 out of 5 film. Love it. Nice music ending. That's it. Rage. Yeah, definitely a 5 out of 5 film. Really well done, really well executed. Just everything done with flair. Definitely. Well, that's me done with The Matrix. So guys, thank you very much for listening to my commentary of The Matrix. Next film I will be doing next is Blade, the Vampire Hunter. So again, big special shout out to Damien Sayers, Luke Hayes Payne, and also James Birch. And yeah, guys, please, I should say, let me know what film you'd like me to do a commentary on. And with that then, guys, I have been Andy Godoy. You've been listening to The Real Get To Da Choppa. See you next time. Goodbye.
Got this feeling like I've been here before. Is my brain busted or is there more? Am I in the Matrix? Who's pulling the strings? Life's got glitches, I swear weird things. Deja vu hits like a punk rock slap. If this is a dream, please hand me the map. Pizza, then my phone went ding. Ad popped up, now that's the thing. Can my mind control Wi-Fi too? Or am I just nuts telling you? Am I in the Matrix? Who's pulling the strings? Life's got glitches, I swear weird things. Deja vu hits like a punk rock slap. If this is a dream, please hand me the map. Who's the coder? Can I get their name? They're glitching bad, losing at their own game. I swear last Tuesday repeated itself, and my socks disappeared off my shelf. Am I in the Matrix? Who's pulling the strings? Life's got glitches, I swear weird things. Deja vu hits like a punk rock slap. If this is a dream, please hand me the map. I get their name. They're glitching bad, losing at their own game. I swear last Tuesday repeated itself, and my socks disappeared off my shelf. Am I in the matrix?